Good evening. This is Anthony Miller, Project Manager with the Special Districts Division within the Public Works Department, presenting Agreement 324-000-240 with Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated for landscape maintenance services for 37 landscape maintenance districts and 1 maintenance assessment district. Recommendation: that the Public Works and Transportation Committee recommend that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute the agreement for up to 5 years with Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated for landscape maintenance services within the city's 37 landscape maintenance districts and 1 maintenance assessment district in the amount not to exceed $9 million. That includes all possible extensions for the maximum 5-year term ending December 31st, 2028. Recommendation to the City Council: that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute the agreement for up to 5 years with Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated for landscape maintenance services within the city's 37 landscape maintenance districts and 1 maintenance assessment district in the amount not to exceed $9 million. That includes all possible extensions for the maximum 5-year term ending December 31st, 2028. This is a map of special districts within the city of Oxnard. Background: the Special Districts Division of the Public Works Department is responsible for the maintenance, operation, and administration of the city's 50 special districts, including 37 landscape maintenance districts, LMDs, and 1 maintenance assessment district, MAD4. The LMDs were formed under the Landscape and Lighting Act of 1972, Streets and Highways Code Section 22500, to help fund the ongoing maintenance of various public improvements within new developments. The MAD4, or MAD4, was performed pursuant to the Improvement Act of 1911 in order to recover the costs of the city's maintenance of the 36-acre beach area, in addition to the landscaping within the public rights-of-way in tract number 2923. Each of these special districts have specific individual authorized services and improvements, including but not limited to park landscapes, open spaces, parkways, medians, and other public improvements, and recreation and park amenities such as picnic shelters, restrooms, arbors, and fountains. Properties within each district are assessed in an annual parcel assessment for the purposes of maintaining these and other authorized services and improvements within their district. As required by the governance of LMDs, only special benefit and not general benefit can be assessed to the applicable property owners as evaluated in the annual engineer's report. The amount of general benefit that is provided from the district's maintenance activities cannot be funded by the property owner's assessments and is therefore funded by a non-assessment funding source, such as the general fund. Both the special benefit and the general benefit amounts change annually based on the individual district's requirements and budget as evaluated in the annual engineer's report. Since 2019, Garcia's Landscape Maintenance Incorporated has provided the landscape maintenance services for these areas. Discussion: this agreement will provide the landscape maintenance services within each of the 37 LMDs and 1 MAD at the frequency that is specified in each district's level of service. These services may include trash pickup, mowing, weeding, maintenance of bulk plant material and ground cover, application of fertilizer, pesticides, and herbicides, and removal of graffiti and servicing the park improvements. Each district's level of service, frequency, and cost is determined independently of the other districts based on each district's areas of service, the amount of authorized improvements within the district, and the number of parcels being assessed within the district. Based on each district's available funds and needs, it may be possible for certain tasks to be provided at different service levels within each district to maximize the available funds. For example, a district may have turf areas that the residents desire to have mowed every 2 weeks, service level B, but choose to trim the bushes only quarterly, service level D. The landscape maintenance contractor is to furnish all labor, materials, supplies, and equipment to complete the work as required by this agreement. In addition, the contractor is to provide the services within this agreement at the service frequency that is identified within the agreement service levels. Currently, there are 19 LMDs at service level A, 6 LMDs at service level B, 1 LMD at service level C, 1 LMD at service level D, and 10 LMDs and the MAD at service level F. For the remainder of fiscal year 2023-24, the service levels for each district are anticipated to remain the same, but may be adjusted to different levels based on available funds and the requests of the residents. The proposed contract rates are higher for some of the districts than the previous contract rates. The next budget cycle will need to include discussions with property owners about their desire to maintain their current level of service with a corresponding increase in their assessment under the maximum allowable assessment, or to reduce the level of service. Additionally, there are some districts currently at service level F that may not have the ability to pay for level F services within their current maximum allowable assessment. These districts may need to contemplate a Prop 218 process or other options to maintain their improvements. To ensure quality performance by the contractor, special district staff will meet with the contractor on a monthly basis to review their performance. Any failures to provide services that are not addressed in a timely and professional manner will result in a penalty for each occurrence against the contractor's monthly invoice. The city's purchasing department released a request for bid, RFB PW 24-24, for landscape maintenance districts on August 29th, 2023, with a bid due date of September 20th, 2023. Each bid was evaluated based on the total cost for all service levels aggregate on an annual basis, as the ad needed as required and the additional irregular services prices were included as one-time expenses on an annual basis. These prices were then compiled into a total bid price to determine the lowest bidder. Therefore, the actual annual cost of the lowest bid will be less than the aggregate total. The aggregate bids totals received are as follows. Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated, $4,207,367.68. SGD, doing business as Four Seasons Landscaping, $4,745,946.14. Garcia's Landscape Maintenance Incorporated, $19,531,318. JAS Landscaping, $51,930,188.85. An additional review was conducted with the determination of Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated as the lowest responsive bidder pursuant to the process outlined in the Oxnard Municipal Code. Staff has confirmed that Mariposa Landscapes Incorporated meets all required city contractual provisions, including possession of a city business tax certificate, insurance certificates, and corporate filing with the California Secretary of State. Based upon the available information and research performed to date, staff believes that the vendor is capable of satisfactorily providing the necessary services. Financial impact. The total cost of this agreement shall not exceed $9 million for the maximum allowable term of 5 years. Increases to the contract price may be requested by the contractor and cannot exceed a 3% increase year over year. Any increase requested must be substantiated with supporting documentation such as increases materials costs, CPI increases, or other cost increases. The city reserves the right to request price reductions. Any change in pricing must be requested in writing and must be agreed to by both city and contractor prior to the changes taking effect. Prices may be adjusted per the language in the agreement on an annual basis after the initial 12-month term. The estimated spending plan across all 37 LMDs and 1 MAD in fiscal year 2023-24 is $616,189 commencing January 1st, 2024. Sufficient funding is available in the adopted fiscal year 2023-24 operating budgets for each district. The funding for the subsequent fiscal years will be requested through the annual budget process, including any general benefit contributions. This agreement will be funded in its entirety from the professional services account of each respective district. Questions?